Hello there. Are you looking to be America's next millionaire? My name is David Y, and I have an exciting business opportunity just for you. It's called Amazon KDP. Amazon KDP. On KDP! Oh. Come on, what are you waiting for? Come get your Amazon KDP. Hey man, you got any of that Amazon KDP? There is no other greater opportunity than right now to become a millionaire using Amazon KDP. KDP! This ain't your mama's pyramid scheme. Amazon KDP!
Amazon KDP, maybe you've heard of it, maybe you're thinking of trying it yourself. Well, in today's video, I'm gonna walk you through my journey over the course of 100 days of trying this side hustle to find out, is it really worth the hype? My story is probably a lot like yours. I have seen other YouTubers mention Amazon KDP and it piqued my interest. Because when it comes to the iceberg of side hustles, I'd probably put Amazon KDP somewhere in the middle, just below the thrift store, garage sale, reselling, couch flipping, vending machine, power washing, print on demand, Etsy store, drop shipping. Boom, there's probably Amazon KDP right in the middle. So by the end of this video, you'll see somebody who went from merely knowing the name Amazon KDP to having 1 million sales. Okay, maybe just a few sales or no sales at all. So make sure you watch all the way to the end and you'll see exactly what I was able to accomplish after 100 days of Amazon KDP. But first, for those of you who don't know what Amazon KDP is, here's my best 15-second elevator pitch. Okay, in one breath, ready? Amazon KDP is Amazon's version of a print-on-demand model for all things book-related, such as journals, coloring books, or whatever you can come up with that allows the user to upload custom covers and interiors, resulting in the creation of an actual Amazon listing from which customers can buy your books, and Amazon will then print, ship, and prime deliver to the customer's door without you having to buy in bulk, own a printing press, or run a warehouse. I got it. It sounds pretty good, doesn't it? And that's because it actually is. The model is fantastic, and if you're somebody who's excited by the prospect of what this can accomplish, this might be the perfect side hustle for you. But you might also be thinking, because of the low barrier to entry and pretty much the $0 upfront cost, is it too good to be true? Is Amazon KDP oversaturated? Can you really make money on Amazon KDP? Well, that's exactly what I set out to find out on my journey. So let's scroll it back to day one. Hello and happy day one. All right, there we go. It is December 5th. It's a Monday. And today we are going to be starting off trying Amazon KDP. It'll be interesting to see how we do for the next 100 days. That's kind of a steep commitment. So I have a real estate conference thing that I've got to attend here in a couple hours for my actual 9-to-5 job, and I am outside a coffee shop, and basically the goal is just to get everything set up today, and then tomorrow we can upload our first design. The goal is over the next 100 days to make, 100 designs, make a design every single day, which is going to challenge me pretty creatively. But yeah, I don't know. Even if I don't make a single sale, I'll still feel walking away like, hey, I learned something. I'm just going to spend the next hour or so basically setting up these Amazon accounts. I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, what is up? So it is day 2. I just got done with my real estate conference and I am exhausted. I want to go home and go to sleep, but I want to get one of these designs submitted today. So we're gonna create a design and make sure we get one uploaded. Our very first design uploaded today. So yeah, okay. I'm just gonna get to work doing that. Okay, so I just finished up uploading my first design. I actually had to do it twice because something happened in the KDP account. I think the hardest part is basically filling out the description, but once I do it once, I'll kind of be able to do it again and much faster the next time. In fact, the second time I did it went way faster. So some people say you can do no description. Some people say you can do a pretty lengthy description, but I think it's most important to choose the right design and spend your time working on the keywords rather than the actual description. But anyways, I'm just super stoked. It's exciting. It's like your very first product going live on Amazon, but it's gonna take a few days before it gets approved. So I will check in the last 10 days since I uploaded and created my first design. So a lot to catch you up on. So since that first design, I have basically been trying to just upload a design a day and see what works. I've tried journals, I've uploaded composition notebooks, and I think yesterday I was trying to upload like a weekly planner. It hasn't been easy. It's been actually pretty tough. I thought this would be super easy, especially just like once you get the hang of it. Here's what we've learned so far. I've narrowed down what software that I'm going to use. Okay, so the first software is BookBolt. I think it's like $9 a month, but that allows me to do keyword searches, come up with the different categories, and basically identify what niches are the best niches for me to jump into with the design. So everything's a balance of three things. Either your design has to be pretty good, your volume or your number of actual designs that you upload also needs to be pretty high, and then the other one is like making sure you focus on a solid niche. BookBolt's been good. The other thing I've learned is that it really actually helps to use a website. Let me see what this one that I've been using is. It helps using a website like Creative Fabrica. That's one that I found that basically allows me to download the outlines for certain like types of books that I would make. So like composition books, it basically gives me the template for like where the spine should be, what color, and then the actual like composition book square. So the third software piece that I've been using is Canva. You know, everybody should be familiar with what Canva is, but I basically signed up for a pro membership, and that's allowing me to create multiple templates where I can just kind of drag and drop the pattern that I want. The last 10 days have been just me digesting and learning as much as I possibly can, which has been overwhelming at times, but it's also been me doing a lot of trial and error. I haven't really focused on anything that's like medium content. This has all been low content, kind of blank journals and to-do lists and all that. All right, so to date, it seems like I've basically uploaded about 5 or 7 designs that are currently live. I'm noticing that it takes about a week for them to actually go live. So, but basically with the 5 or 7 that I have uploaded, now that I've kind of, every time I'm like learning something, I'm realizing I did it wrong. So I'm gonna have to go back and actually unpublish a bunch of them, and I'm gonna have to redo them. And so the next few days or next week or so, I'm gonna try and get as many designs uploaded, because again, by the end of the 100 days, my goal is to have 100 designs live. I need to get busy. So I will check in with you guys once I have a bit of an update. Sorry, this one's a little bit boring. All right, peace.
Well, today I got a notification from Amazon that my account has been suspended. I think it's because of a design that I submitted that kind of borrowed from some trademarked materials. So I basically just have to reply with confirmation of the guidelines, and then, all right, and with that, 1 week later, I have been unsuspended. It took longer than I thought, longer than I hoped at least, but it kind of happened during the holiday break, so makes sense. I think it just took longer than it normally would to be unsuspended, but I'm kind of bummed. This really set me back. So I'll get right back to it, but at this point I only have maybe like 9 designs uploaded, and I really want to have one for every single day. So I'm behind, and I need to get as many up as I can, and then I'll check in with you guys maybe around like the 25-day mark. Day 31. We are 1 full month into this Amazon KDP. Here's where we stand. So I've uploaded 31 designs, 1 for every single day. Only at this point 4 of them are currently live. Now the reason for that is because it's taking like 4 or 5 days for Amazon to basically go through and then approve them and publish them. But also I ran into a bit of a hiccup. I've been getting an email for every single one that I've uploaded so far stating that basically the way the listing was set up with the words or something in the title, I have to resubmit it. Now it's a quick and easy fix on every single one. I just have to go through and edit the title so that there's not so much redundancy in the wording, and it should be good to go. No sales, and I've uploaded about 31 designs. So what's next for me? I found a niche, and I just kind of unloaded a bunch of designs into that niche. Not very specific, it's pretty saturated. So with the 31 designs that I put up, it was more about me just kind of getting familiar with how to create these designs. I got a really good system down. So I've got that all set up, and that's what this first 31 days has been about. 31 days in, about a third of the way. So far, it's all right. It's fun to learn a new skill, I suppose, but I'll check in with you guys when I have some more news. Do you see that number right there? The 0? That number is how many orders we've had since I've started this challenge. And today's day 67. So we are officially about 2/3 of the way through the 100 days. I have 50 designs up on the Amazon KDP store, and I've had 0 orders thus far. To be honest, I think at this point in the challenge, I would have expected at least have maybe 1 of my 50 books sell. 2/3 of the way in and 0 sales.
kind of sucks. It's not a good ROI. I've tried diaries, I've tried journals, planners, trackers, guest books, and I think even I tried a couple coloring books. And again, we've had zero luck so far. To be completely honest with you guys, I did think about just kind of wiping my hands, giving up and saying this is it, because it comes to like other side hustles like furniture flipping or garage sales or thrift stores or whatever it may be. It's so much easier to make money right off the bat with those side hustles, especially the amount of time and focus that I put into this. If I had done that with reselling, I could have easily made a few $1,000s by this point. So far, not looking good, but I am behind on designs because like I mentioned, it's day 67. I'm supposed to have 67 designs up because my goal is to have 100 designs by the end of this, but I only have about 50. So I've got some catching up to do. I don't know, guys. I don't know about this one. I don't know, guys. I don't know about this one. So you made it 100 days later and we're back here. Or you're the person who skipped ahead. In either case, welcome. Here's the results. But if you did watch, towards the end there, things were looking kind of grim. When it's all said and done, when 100 days had passed and I had completed nearly 60-ish designs, and I had a total of, drum roll, $0 in sales. But what I failed to mention was that I let another 100 days pass because I thought in my head, maybe some of these listings just needed more time in the oven to bake. Maybe they had potential and they just needed to be on Amazon for a bit to see if they would get any sales. And was I right? To my surprise, I was. I had a total of 2 sales on Amazon KDP, totaling $3.58. Hello there, sorry to interrupt the video, but I need to admit something to you. Everything you've seen in this video so far was filmed about 2 years ago. Shocker, I know, it shouldn't really surprise you considering I haven't posted on this channel in so long, but what that will allow me to do is actually log back into my Amazon KDP account and see how many books I've sold since I started this entire side hustle that long time ago. I figure if you made it this far in the video, you're probably still curious about how much earning potential there really is. So let me tell you exactly how much there is. Now, when I log back into the account, I can switch this over to lifetime. Might be more surprising to know that I've actually sold 41 books over the course of launching the Amazon KDP account, which I launched pretty much at the start of 2023. So it's been about 2 years. And so 41 books in 2 years, you know, it's more than what I previously mentioned, but the real question is how much did I make off those $41? And so when I switch over to the royalties estimator, it's actually looking like, so it looks like I made $61.61. And what that comes out to is about $1.50 per book, if I'm doing my math correctly. And this is the problem that I have with this side hustle, is that it's so much effort for such a small amount of profit per book. And sure, you could argue like, we'll sell the books for more so that you make twice the profit. But the problem is that who really wants to spend more than $10 to $12 for a blank journal? Maybe if you're selling an actual book with like real content and concepts and things that people can learn, absolutely, you can charge $20, $30 per book. But when it comes to the side hustle of low content books on Amazon, it's just not enough margin. And when you compare that against other side hustles that I've tried since the last time I spoke to you guys, and so spoiler alert, you know, I have launched an Etsy print on demand store where the sales in 1 month would absolutely trump this entire 2 years worth of selling on Amazon KDP. You know, I can make somewhere anywhere from like $10 to $20 per item on Etsy print on demand, but when it comes to Amazon KDP, it's like $1.50 per book is just so low. Now, sure, you could use things like AI, which have come a long way in the last 2 years, and so maybe you could spam the site with even more books. In fact, that's kind of a problem that we're seeing with Amazon, is that all of a sudden the platform's been inundated with all of these really crappy AI fantasy books. And so I don't know how long Amazon's gonna allow this platform to just run rampant for everyone. But if you're coming into this with the expectation that somehow you're gonna make a lot of money selling these low content journals and coloring books and stuff, I just need to be brutally honest with you that I don't think you will. But again, and I'll talk about this in the future, it's like Amazon KDP led me to the next thing, which led me to the next thing. And then here I am, you know, flash forward 2 years and I'm actually selling legitimate products on Amazon and not just these low content books. So I don't regret it at all. I just think that there are better side hustles. I think if you're looking to make money, I would try something more like Etsy print on demand where the profit margins are much better, because the amount of time that you're gonna spend on this is probably better suited with a different side hustle. Okay, that's all I have to say. So we'll go back to the video and I'll see you guys soon. So look, here's how I see it. You could chop this up and call it a failure, considering I put in probably a few $100s into, you know, subscriptions and designs early on and throughout the 100 days. But I'm pretty sure that's some sort of corny saying that if you learn something during the journey, that money invested wasn't a waste and it wasn't a failure because you learned something. Okay, I'll admit, for this situation, I actually tend to agree. So in the beginning, I had a lot of optimism and I was really excited, you know, creating different designs, coming up with different ideas for what I would put on Amazon KDP. Seeing that first listing go live on Amazon as something that I could visit and actually purchase off Amazon. And I think it was just the beginning of an itch that I now have, that I want to create more products on, you know, sites like Amazon that would sell and be more profitable. I want to dive further into the world of e-commerce, and this kind of led me down that path. Now, what I wasn't prepared for is that right around day 60-ish, I had pretty much lost all motivation for this side hustle and thought pretty hard about giving up on it. I stopped making designs. I just didn't see any results at this point, and honestly, I just wasn't enjoying the experience. Compared to other side hustles like reselling or thrifting or whatever, I had a lot more fun sustained over that longer period of time compared to Amazon KDP, and I realized quickly that this just wasn't for me. Now, I also will admit that I probably put too much of my initial upfront effort and focus into one kind of design. Throughout the entire, you know, process, I did try making dream journals, composition books, notebooks, coloring books, debt trackers, fitness trackers, attendance sheets, goal trackers, and even made a novelty book here and there. But I think that about 80% of my designs kind of fit in the same category, which was different variations of camouflage, composition, and notebooks. But if I take a step back, I probably have to admit that there's probably not a ton of people like me that want a composition notebook in a specific camouflage pattern like Australian DCPU. Ironically enough, that actually happened to be the two books that did sell were in the specific camouflage. I don't know, maybe I was right. So if I were to do it over again, I think I would focus on creating low content or medium content books that really were more suited to like a broader spectrum of an audience, but were still very niche focused. I really don't think that you being the 10,000th, whatever, the millionth person to upload a dream journal on Amazon KDP would yield you as good of results as, say, you uploaded a trail tracking log for people who like to hike. The importance there is that you're tapping into a niche audience where there's still an audience that would purchase, unlike, you know, me being the 11th person on the planet who loves specific camouflage patterns. Now, secondly, if I were to do this all over again, I think that I would probably go ahead and double down on the novelty book idea. In fact, in my research, this is where I saw people have the most best-selling designs, such as how to cope with having a massive penis, that have the potential of selling hundreds of copies a month. And if you're someone who's creative enough or follows meme culture close enough, you might be able to come up with a really good design and then create, like, let's say a TikTok around that design that gets other people to want to participate and help skyrocket your sale. So is Amazon KDP even worth it, and should you even give it a shot? I think the answer is yes and no. It's true that Amazon KDP is a lesser known side hustle, but for the majority of popular categories, it's not going to be worth your time. However, if you're somebody who's really good at tapping into niche audiences or just has general killer designs that you can come up with, then yes, Amazon KDP is a fantastic side hustle opportunity for you because there's really no risk aside from the time that you put into it. But even if you're someone like me who just ended up wasting their time, it still might be worth it because the lessons that you learn might lead you somewhere else, which who knows where that might be. So to wrap things up, if you are someone who has been successful with Amazon KDP or you've made a killing on Amazon KDP, let me know down in the comments how exactly you did it. What did you do that helped you stand out? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're curious about trying Amazon KDP, again, hopefully this video didn't dissuade you from giving it a shot. I do think it's a fun experience, but I think also be realistic with your expectations that you might not have any sales like I didn't really. I did have two, come on guys, I had 2 sales. And while you're down there leaving that comment, make sure you hit subscribe because the next side hustle I try might be that one that makes me the millions and you don't want to miss that. I'll see you guys in the next one.